Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the messy bench top. I've got something to show you. It's another tool. It's another Lishi. Some of my most favorite padlocks are these Yale type padlocks. This is really quite weighty. This one, it's got a removable core. It's just absolutely lovely to pick. Love it. Other things like this as well. They're quite a nicely made lock, to be honest. They work smoothly, really nice. The ones I don't like, however, these little buggers. Now, that's the reason why. The keyway is somewhat smaller, and to get your wrench in there, it already is blocking your pins, so you'd have to do top of the keyway or bottom of the keyway, whatever you want to call it, and that just gets a bit fiddly. So that is what we've got to deal with today. We have Mini Yale 5. Now it's exactly what you think it is. This is going to work in these smaller Yales. So we pop that in real quick, and it goes. The front bit goes in, and you've got control. Now, if you were to pick this by hand with your top of the keyway tension and a thing, and it's hanging on a chain, that gets really, hold your wrench like this, it gets a bit fiddly. A Lishi has always been better in padlocks for that, because you can just literally, there we go, good to go, doobie-doobie-doo. So we'll give this one a quick go. We've got some other locks here which it's going to do. I'll run over what it can do actually quickly first, because this might take a minute. So the Yales, that's what it's designed for. Brilliant. IFAM has that small Yale keyway in it again, and again it's 5 pins. All IFAMs have got spools in them, so they can be a tricky pick, to be honest, especially if it's hanging awkwardly on a chain or something like that. It will even pick this little IFAM. Again, spools in it. It's only a 4-pinner, and the pick doesn't go all the way in. It hangs out a little bit. You just do 2, 3, 4, 5, and it will pick that as well. Again, formidable little 4-pinner lock. Definitely better than a master 4-pinner. So that's great. What else? I'm always trying to find something else that the Lishis will do that they're not supposed to. And of course, what else has a small Yale keyway on it? Bullet locks. Absolutely over the moon. It will pick these. Now this one's an ASEC. It's actually, I think I've left it still picked, because I have been picking with it. Yeah, there we go. So these have got spools in them too, and a sprung core. Can be fiddly little buggers. So to have a Lishi to help us out, perfect. I'll take it every day. So here we go. Demo time, or an attempt at demo time. You want light tension on with these things, because you can overset pretty easily. If you do feel like you've overset, you just feather off on your tension till it pops back, and then obviously being a Lishi, we can always just check for springy. So I'll do it in this one in my hand here to simulate if it was on a chain, and then we'll go over to the vise because it's a bit easier. So 2 is bound up for us. Real light on the tension. And we'll just keep, there we go, all the way down at the bottom, look at that. And then we got the spring. So that was a deep set pin. 1 is bound. Got a light on the tension. There we go, spring out of 1. Check 2 is still where he is, and he is. 3 is springing. 4 is bound, light on the tension. Got a little click, but he's not springy. Okay. I got another click. Hang on. Still not springing. He might have overset. I'll relax a little bit. Give him another push. Okay. Got spring out of him there down at the bottom. Let's come back and check our work here. 2 still springing there. 1 seems happy. 3 unsure. Leave him. 5 bound up. Okay. Excuse the radio going off in the background now. 3, what's he saying to us? Oh, there we go. 'Twas a 3. So, was it quicker than doing it by hand? Depends how awkwardly it's hanging on a chain, or, somewhere. so it might make it easier depending on where it's hanging, but maybe not. So because there's no spools in it, so oh, I should have demonstrated, you can remove this obviously while it's turned if that was a thing that you needed. It might be more relevant to bullet locks perhaps, even though they'll open both ways, to be honest. But you, like in most Lishis, you can always take these out while it's turned like that, so that's good. Pop that down. Right, IFAM. Again, you can do this in your hand just the same, not a problem. But I'm just going to wind it into here for the sake of the video. Clamp that down. And I've gone and done it the wrong way. Fantastic. We want to see the chart, don't we? There we are. Now this should be somewhat more difficult than the Yale. And let's see if we can... okay, let's see. So, just as before, we're going to be careful with our tension. That 3's bound up. There we go. Click on 3 and he went springy. Whoa, okay. We hit that 2 and we saw we had a big turn on the core. So the rest is spools in here now. So when you've got spring tension on your core, that can be tricky when you're trying to find the feedback for spools, because the lock's always going to counter rotate on you. Let's see. So I set 5, but then we lost it, so I don't think it was. Okay. Okay, that 5. I think 5's good. It's so we'll leave 5. 3 is good. 2. Oh, this 1 is all the way up. It's got to be 1. Okay. Well, we got 1 set, but we're still not open. So who else? I think 4. And there we go. Got the lock open. So spools, a bit more of a tricky pick. That could be really tricky to pick if it's hanging on a chain in an awkward position. So that's going to help. Let's zoom back out a bit here. So great, we've got padlocks open and bullet locks. These ASEX and other brands as well, you're going to be able to manage other brands as long as they've got that same keyway, and most of the bullet locks do, so that's great. Do remember, it's only going to do a 5-pin. That's not a 6-pin lock, that's a 5-pin lock and a core retaining lug. So here we go. Oh look, anti-drill, that's nice. But yeah, again, they do have spools. So I'll pop this in the vise here, if I can. Hopefully that's the right way up so we can see the lug as well. It is. In you go. So again, we've got the spring tension on this core, and we can pick it the other way as well. The pick is free moving in the other direction too, which typically Lishis don't like to do that. But again, like I say, it's going to open both ways just the same. So going light on the tension. I got to click on 5 and it's gone springy. 4 is bound. Okay, I've got to click on 4. I'm not certain about 4. We'll check some others. I didn't actually notice if it went into a anti-pick then or not. Ah, okay. We overset a little bit on 1 there, and I relaxed it, and then it came back. So there we go. Look at that. You can see the lugs going up and down. I seem to have picked around the spools that time, but it definitely does go into anti-pick, this thing. So let's give another one a go. because although that's a great demonstration, we do want to see it. We do want to see me struggle as well, don't we? Typically in the fashion that I do things. There we go. Let's see how this one goes. So springy. Springy enough that I'll leave it. Springy. Springy. Bound. Light on the tension. Got a click, and now he's gone springy enough that I'll leave him. Springy enough. 3 is bound. Oh, that was a deep one, and check out that rotation. So definitely on spools here. 2's got a rattle. 1 is solid. Let that counter rotation come back. Oh, no, I wasn't happy with that. Let's try again. Okay, I've got a click out of him, but I'm not satisfied, so I'll have to relax a bit. There we go. So I overset him, essentially. I had too much tension on, even though I was going light because I know about it. I still had to relax my tension, and it let the overset pin drop back to where it should be, and that gives us the open. But there we go. So as you can see, helps out with those spool and tricky locks. And like I say, give the pick gun a go. Chances are you're going to get them open. But for those ones that don't, for these fiddly little padlocks that are on chains, and obviously most people say just cut it off, and a lot of us work in a certain situation where we're not allowed to cut them. So very useful. Keep your eye out for this. It's not in the shop right at this moment. I've got it here for testing to make sure things work before we sell. Again, you can see it's coming from this brand here. It's not one we've designed or done anything with ourselves. We just check out to make sure they work before we sell our stuff, because no point in having stuff that don't work. Keep your eyes out for this, and another one for Multi-Lock MT5 as well. That is also working lovely. So thanks for watching. I hope you liked that. Drop some comments down below if you've got any questions about it. I'll answer to the best of my ability, and see you in the next one.